The lights go on, and when they go out, the Styrian Grand Prix is underway, and a bit of a wheelie from Jorge Martin. It's going to be Pecco Bagnaia, surely, who gets the run on him. And look at Joan Mir, his start from the second row of the year. He's ahead of Fabio Quartararo, and Mir's going to make positions up in turn one also. Away they blast up that straight for the first time. Bagnaia might actually be out-dragged here by Jorge Martin as they head up towards turn three for the first occasion. It all gets oh so tight in there into turn three. Martin leads from Bagnaia in second place. All Constantina's up. Mir is there in third, and look at Marc Marquez already making progress. He's up into fifth.
Yeah, incredibly aggressive from Marc Marquez, as you would expect on the first lap. One thing I want to mention, Maverick Vinales got a really good start. The thing is, I think it might have been too good. He moved before everybody else, I'm convinced of it.
Right, well, let's have a close look at that one in a second. Maverick Vinales started on the third row in ninth. He's made up a couple of positions ahead of Johan Zarco, who's gone backwards. Jack Miller also not having the best of starts. He was actually hung out at turn one by the looks of things. He's down to ninth place from fourth on the grid.
Marquez! That was a brave move into the second left-hander. He forced the door open there, Gavin.
Huge can-opener moment, wasn't it, for Marc Marquez through that left hand. That's where he always tried to have a go at Andrea Dovizioso over the years in his scraps with the Ducatis at this venue. And actually, Quartararo losing out to Vinales. There's no love lost between them this weekend. Vinales has really been sticking the needle in to Fabio Quartararo. Across the line we go at the end of this first lap then. It's all settled down a little bit. Pecco Bagnaia leading from Joan Mir at the end of lap one with Martin in third. It's Marc Marquez in fourth. Martin takes over in second. The Suzuki could do nothing against the might of Ducati up that straight. Mir was very, very deep there in turn four, and he's going to lose. Oh, he's going to run Marquez wide. Without a doubt, Marquez came through on Mir because he'd gone so deep into fourth. But Mir straight back just as Quartararo was attacking, and suddenly Quartararo goes from sixth as he was out of turn three, and he's up into third place. All the cards just fell for him there. Oh, that's no good.
We're going to have a red flag. I can't believe we're going to have a red flag. The last two times we've raced here.
Lorenzo Savadori, who's there with him.
Somebody else is 2 bikes
on
down.
Fire in the middle of the track. This is a red flag, and it's gone. It's gone out as a red flag, and that is the right decision straight away. So, what happened there? Look at the arguments going on between Aleix and Marc Marquez. Oh, Aleix, just 1 second. He's too busy remonstrating there with Marc Marquez, and almost collected on the outside of him. I think it was Alex Marquez. So here we go with the sighting lap. Anyone have a little bit of a problem back against Maverick Vinales? I do not believe this. Because he looked good in the first few laps of the original race, but Vinales should have been starting ninth. He's actually going to be starting from pit lane, and that's his race done.
Yeah, your race.
Unless it rains. 27 laps then for the Styrian Grand Prix. For the second time of asking, just like both races last year. Jorge Martin on pole from Bagnaia and Quartararo. Away we go, and again another wheelie from Jorge Martin getting away, but this time Jack Miller has got it sorted. He's going to go up into second again. Joan Mir makes a good start. Oh, and again
Marquez in Aleix.
But that was actually on that occasion Quartararo who pushed Marquez wide and into Aleix Espargaro's side. Definitely.
I cannot believe it. I was watching them both, and none of them were prepared to give up, and then all of a sudden there was contact.
I'm almost certain as Miller goes up into third place, he's going to run it deep, and the drive will be for Jorge Martin down towards turn four, and Valentino Rossi taking such an inside line out of turn three on that occasion. Down we go towards turn four. The track drops away. Joan Mir's made another solid start to the race. Miller is leading now from Jorge Martin with Joan Mir in third. Watch out for the left-hand side of your tyres in here, fellas, as they drop into turn six and the track starts to drop away from you. Quartararo's going to go through on Bagnaia. Meanwhile, Mir having a look. He tried the same on Marc Marquez, if you remember, in the first part of that race.
Yeah, brave in there on the first lap, though. Like I said, the left-hand side of your tyre, just that little bit of temperature's gone because there's only two left-hand corners. Risky move.
Oh, someone looked to be going off there. Again, Marquez again.
Mir into second place.
Jorge Martin has the drive, however, on the Ducati as Miller hangs on. Martin goes back into second and Mir slots in. and now Martin trying to line up Miller, but Miller outbreaks him up towards turn one. Meanwhile, Quartararo is going to be sent wide there.
And he's going to get passed now by Zarco. Watch this, because Quartararo got terrible drive out the corner. Ducati power.
Mir through on Jack Miller for second place, so it's Martin, Mir and Miller now. Miller's got the inside line here.
Oh, it forces both riders wide. They'll have lost time there then.
Yeah, without a doubt, but Miller had to fight back. You already see his rear pumping on that Ducati. And here comes Quartararo straight back. This is in the sector where the Ducatis aren't necessarily so strong, although they do insist that things have improved in this aspect. And still, the Yamaha was stronger.
This will be getting Zarco frustrated as well, because he's on the back of them now, and the problem is you can see the lead too just eking away.
Zarco is the fastest rider of the front five. Has a think about going through on the inside of Jack Miller. He was a 124.302.
You don't really want to follow a rider too close, because that can also elevate your front tyre temperature. Look, it's not as critical around this track because the ambient temperature is not as hot, the track temperature is not as hot, but still, with the heavy braking, that does generate quite a lot of heat for the front, into that front tyre, and that's the last thing you want. Because once that...
Oh, Jack Miller's gone! Just as we're talking about it, down and through the left-handers, Miller has crashed out of fourth place. He was closing in all the time.
Jack.
And the front has gone.
What a shame. I was just looking at his front tyre as I was explaining. Tyre temperature, the pressure goes up.
And as you were doing that, Michael was showing me someone having tweeted saying Simon Crayfire, who's down there in pit lane, has just reported there's a chunk missing out the front of Miguel Oliveira's front tyre.
That is bizarre. Meanwhile, this man with 1 1/4 laps to go, with a 1.6 second lead. Now it's about not losing concentration. Now it's not about thinking forward, wow, I'm going to win my first Moto GP race. Wow, what's it going to feel like? You've got to focus now on your break points. Be precise.
2.6 miles to go for Jorge Martin. He's got 1.478 seconds of a cushion behind him to the reigning world champion, Joan Mir. They used to do battle back in the Moto 3 days, these two. And Jorge Martin looks on course to take his first ever victory in the Premier class of MotoGP. The last victory came for him in Valencia in Moto 2 towards the end of last season. He had a podium, if you remember, back in Qatar in the Doha Grand Prix, but he started from pole position today. He actually didn't quite get the start right in the first race. He still reclaimed the lead at one point, but he has ridden an inch perfect race here. One more corner to go for Martin, and here he comes. He's going to be able to cruise to the line as the team celebrate. Martin wins in MotoGP for the first time. Mir is in second place. Wow. He's the 6th different winner in MotoGP this year, and he's done it as a rookie, something that even Fabio Quartararo didn't manage as a stellar rookie back in 2019.
What a feeling. You can see what it means to him. Only he knows what he's gone through. Like I said, the battle for fitness, all those injuries, and I mean all injuries throughout his career. He's a proper fighter, is Jorge Martin, and he so deserves that win.
Decent points for Valentino Rossi. He finishes 13th in the race ahead of Luca Marini. Iker Lecuona pips Pol Espargaro to the final points in the standings. Espargaro is 16th. I don't know what's happened to Danilo Petrucci on that last lap, because he was right in there. So there's been some shenanigans there. Cal Crutchlow, in fact, is going to finish ahead of Petrucci as Campinotti and Gigi Dall'Igna celebrate. He's a popular lad, it's Jorge Martin, I tell you.